Please, explain to us what happened to you which provided the impetus, really, to get this site up and running.
Hey, Rish. I came out of a long-term relationship, and it was difficult for me to get back into the scene. I was having a difficult time meeting new people, and I decided to try out various dating applications in the market. And I realized that Southeast Asia is a very nascent market in this space, and I wanted to bring products that I saw doing well in the US back to Southeast Asia.
So Joseph, tell me the story here. You know, how did you set it up, or what money did you get, and indeed, who did you recruit? Who was your first hire?
Sure. We came into the market 2013 in June. In Singapore, first hire was actually my CMO, Charlene. Worked with her some time back and brought her on to help with marketing in Singapore. The initial seed money was actually just pooled together between the three co-founders, my CMO, my CTO, and myself. So no external funding for the first year.
So what are we talking about in terms of your user base thus far?
Right now, we're doing about 2.5 million registered users. These users are providing about 300 million swipes a month, each spending about 13 hours on average.
13 hours? Joseph, really?
Yeah. Yeah, 13 hours a month. Well, so that works out to be about 25 minutes a day.
All right. OK. Let's talk a little bit about your competition here. What separates you from your rivals?
Well, there are plenty of rivals. So you have international players like Zeus, Badoo, OkCupid, who have all been in the market for some time. You have local players like Lola, Chemistry, and all these players are upstarts that came about when we came into the market as well. So what separates us from the local players is that we adapt very quickly to user needs, what the user's looking for. We move our product, cater our product towards the local tastes and local needs. And this is actually very important, especially in a business of connecting hearts. It's very important that you provide users with exactly the value they're looking for in the shortest period amount of time. For international players coming in, the lack of local expertise makes it difficult for them to break or penetrate into the local market as they should.
Let's say in the West, we found that there was this huge stigma about going on an online date, but that's been eroded now largely, with I think most people now finding each other through the internet. What about Southeast Asia? Is there a stigma, and if so, is that also something disappearing quickly?
Definitely. The stigma is definitely around, Rish. When we first moved into the market, actually, that was the key thing that we had to tackle, especially even in a market like Singapore, fast-growing, developed nation. Still, the stigma for anything related to technology-enabled services like dating, we sense resistance from people. And what we did whenever we moved into a new market across Asia was actually to educate people about how technology enables you to do things that you would otherwise do in real life in a much shorter time, in a more efficient manner at the convenience of your workplace or home or where you may be at. And so that's actually the key thing to get people to initially to start using the application or start using any product within this space. Adoption is key here. So once you get the early adopters on board, then they start telling their friends, and friends start telling their friends. And this ripple effect is something that we see go on in every market, and that's what we've been doing across the different cities that we moved into since we started in 2013.